Whether you have a single Bambu Lab A1 Mini at home or like us run a print farm with over 20 of these printers, you've likely seen this notification pop up. But I bet you didn't lubricate your printer each time it asked you for it. I know I didn't. That's why we created AutoLube, an automatic lubrication code to take the work off your hands, save you time and therefore increase your profitability. In combination with the auto cold pull code, these automations massively increases your probability of long-term success. In this video, we'll first look at the AutoLube and then in the second part have a sneak peek at something special. If you're new here, I'm Jan, an engineer turned entrepreneur. We run a fast-growing 3D print farm in Switzerland, which made over $200,000 selling 3D printed parts in 2024 alone. Our mission is to support like-minded people like you to start and grow your own 3D printing side hustle. Bambu Lab printers are amazing. Especially the A1 series is fast and extremely cost-effective. But to use them reliably in a print farm, you must maintain them well. However, it takes time and effort to do the maintenance manually. That's why we started automating the printing and the maintenance process. Today, we'll focus on maintenance. It started with the AutoPull, which does cold pull automatically for all Bambu Lab printers. If you haven't seen that video yet, I will link it up here. Today, we'll take it even further. But before we use the AutoLube code, let's have a look at the normal procedure. Following the Bambu Lab wiki, the rails need to be cleaned first, then lubrication should be applied to the X and Y rails. But wait, how can we even apply the lubrication to the lower side of the X rail without making a mess? Let's design a nozzle cap with a gooseneck to solve that problem first. Way better. The files on MakerWord in the description below for free. Now the axes have to be moved back and forth a couple of times before moving to the Z-axis. The Z-axis is a bit more tedious. You need to home the printer and then do some click adventure to move the axis up and down. All in all, it takes roughly 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Times 20 printers, that would be 50 minutes just for lubrication. And not only that, after 2 or 3 printers, this tiny lubrication tube is empty. That's why we use SuperLube multi-purpose synthetic oil, which lasts forever. Yes, we have also a nozzle cap for the SuperLube. With these hurdles out of the way, let's finally see AutoLube in action and most importantly, measure the time we can save with it. After cleaning off the old lubricant, we can apply the oil to all rails. Thankfully, we can now put the oil also on the lower side of the X rail. And we repeat that for the Y axis. The same goes for the Z axis. Now we can start the AutoLube code either from Bambu Studio over the cloud or directly from the SD card. The printer will first home and give a warning sound so you can take your dirty hands off the printer. If that one is not enough to scare you off, the Z-axis will start moving first to give you a last warning. After that, the routine will start. The print head and the bed will move back and forth in a specific pattern to distribute the lubricant evenly onto the rails. After the X and Y axis are done, the Z-axis will lubricate itself twice. Yes, if I would have done it manually, I would probably only do it once. Am I right? What about the time? It took me 30 seconds to apply lubrication. The rest is done by the code. This saves you 2 minutes per printer, which is an 80% reduction in time. If you're running a side hustle or business, I'm 100% certain you can use that time more productively. I know I do. But there's another factor that we didn't talk about. It's not only about saving time. By having this code ready, the likelihood of you and me actually performing maintenance increases massively, which prolongs the life of your asset and decreases failure rate of your prints. Remember, all these codes are meant to give you more time and therefore an edge over other print farms that are still doing everything manually. This decreases your cost per part and gives you a competitive advantage in the long run. But wait, I promised something special in the start of the video. Let's have a look at that now. We have now AutoPull and AutoLube. But what if you are doing a monthly maintenance and you want to have lubricated rails and a clean nozzle? We should then let these two codes have a baby together. Here comes AutoLube Pull. If you have a better name, let me know in the comments below. It does exactly what you're thinking. It combines the automatic cold pull with the automatic lubrication code and does both in one go. Start the code, insert a cleaning filament, apply the lubricant and then sit back and have a well-deserved break. Not. You better do something productive in the meantime. The competition is not sleeping. So, after a couple of minutes, you have a clean nozzle and lubricated rails, all automatic. At the moment this code is only working for the A1 series, but I'm already working on the same for the bigger brothers. It took me a lot of time to engineer and test these procedures. And if you want to give it a try, you can find these codes together with the ultimate pricing tool and many more things on my Patreon link below. Until then, happy printing 3D farmers!